Welcome to episode 18 of the Factorio Space Age Big Marathon. We are hanging around in the platform hub of one of our ships above Gleba because we are about to go to a mod planet for the first time. It is 50 and a bit hours in. We've been to Gleba so far, we've researched how to get to this mod planet. And we may or may not live, which is kind of why we're researching health. One of the things that is a little bit of a concern in the tips and tricks says there is a briefing that says unless we are unable to withstand a large amount of impact damage, we will die when we try to land. So that could be cool. It could be a little bit of an issue. Yeah, now that we're doing mod planet things, I did install a couple of other mod planets that look like they were somewhat stable, so there are other places we could have gone first, but we're still going to go to Rubia because that's the one we have unlocked. Let's do a little review of Novice while we're there. Yeah, Novice with all its landing pads that will, launch capacity that we're not necessarily using. We've got kind of a spattering of solar panel around this reasonably well developed base. We've got some nuclear power over here. The thing we did last time in this weird little extraterritorial area that isn't really my base, I just put semiconductors and prod mod 2s on a train, and something that I'm not responsible for happens over here that we won't talk about, and we get prod mod 3s back. So that's what we automated last time. I guess we could have done biolabs, but that would have required more organization, and I didn't feel like doing that at the time. And then over here we've just got an additional layer of war crimes keeping us safe, and yeah, the base the base, when it gets the next 80 or so prod mod 3s, will immediately have something to do with them, so that's cool. Let's get a move on, I guess. Because are we waiting in orbit? Yeah, we are receiving Gleban science here that we're taking back that we're going to use for things like health, but instead we're just going to commandeer this for one trip and eject there, and then, oh, you're waiting for rockets. Yeah, we're not going to leave the ship in orbit. I think one of the things about Rubia is we're not really preparing anything to go there other than our suit of armor. Are we waiting? Oh, yeah, we're waiting for rockets to arrive. Yeah, we're not going to take anything other than our suit of armor because those cargo those cargo rockets wouldn't successfully land either. So I'm still not sure if we have enough bullets sitting around. There's another 200 bullets that could fit on this belt. We have a sinking feeling that we are insufficiently armed for Rubia. There is something critical that we forgot to read before leaving. You are unsure if you have what you need to land on Rubia without dying. It seems too close to call. Okay. That seems pretty unambiguous, so I think we probably have to go... Yeah, forget about this. Let's go back to Novice. Because... yeah, this is probably just another update. So I'm going to call that a mod bug that we should report. That if you turn around, then you get the message again. Probably when it's checking whether or not we're on Rubia on either end of our trip, and it should only check as a destination, which is going to be interesting. Because we're going back to Gleba now. Oh, well, let's talk about Gleba and what we built there recently. And yeah, we did go back and do a little more combat to push out some of these expansions, but it's still going to be a little bit of a problem. We've got this kind of nice setup where, does anyone else need... There are a couple of places that we can put more soil, so we're going to do that. And we have the system where things are going in and out on a belt, and the belt on the way out has a mix of seeds and then also, yeah, a lot of soil, which should... oh wait, did that do landfill? I think it did landfill. I don't actually think that most of those... yeah, I think that all of these were because of the way it queued stuff, and that also means that a lot of these positions are probably going to be unfillable. So that's one of the annoying things about Gleba is even if you have... yeah, where's this fuel thing we can queue? Yeah, if you pipette one of the marshlands, you get landfill instead of the soil, which is somewhat unhelpful, but never mind. Yeah, so we've got that happening. There were a couple of other things I wanted to change in Gleba as well, weren't there? Yeah, one of the reasons why we managed to do a quick, fast, easy Gleba is because we're not actually manufacturing anything here other than the science and the rocket fuel, and I did want to put another buffer of rocket fuel in here. Do we actually have... I don't know if we actually have... here is a place where it would fit, except... then we would get less stuff. Yeah, so we apparently do have the iron boxes. Can we have another layer of this? Yes. So yeah, we don't actually need all of this rocket fuel, and I would just rather have a large amount of rocket fuel. And then we're also... oh yeah, these guys... their nutrients are also coming out of this, aren't they? Like, whenever their nutrients spoil, they will end up as this spoilage, which is fine. So yeah, I wanted a larger buffer of rocket fuel here, because at some point we're probably turning Gleba off, and it struck me that one of the interesting things about Gleba is that the power usage doesn't really go down if you turn the base off. Yeah, the power usages, I guess we delete all the beacons, but all the things that go inactive are things that don't use power grid, they use nutrients. So I think the plan is still going to be shutting down Gleba at some point when we've pushed through a lot of research, but one of the things about having a 60 times tick multiplier is, yeah, we don't get all of that. Then the other thing I noticed is, yeah, when we weren't running these, there was a pile of stuff building up in this tile over here that I would like to evacuate with preference, specifically the spoilage, and also the jelly nut seeds. Yes, because yeah, we can kind of see it with this. If these guys aren't all running, why don't you have? You probably could have more efficiency module for no particular reason. Yeah, if we're not using this other belt of jelly nut stuff, then this bottom layer kind of backs up, and so any seeds in soil or any seeds in landfill get trapped here in a way that is not what we want to happen. So now we can evacuate these, and yeah, we were still just... how many bots does... I thought it would be more than that. I thought did we not... Also, we did drop these drone frames down, and then it turns out that this rubber port is just full of logistic spots. So we've got all the logistic spots which we could need, which is nice. Was there... I have the feeling there was something else I wanted to change on Gleba, but I cannot remember what it was. Why are you not getting... oh, because you don't have the landfill. Is that because some of these drills have run out? Maybe. I think... what we might want to do is... yeah, you're grabbing all of the landfill, aren't you? So could we instead do a thing like this? So now you're only going to see half of the landfill, unless everything backs up. Oh wait, which side is... okay, so it is on the same side. We're not going to get a full belt of landfill here, but we should be able to push more of the landfill over to the other kind of soil. Okay, oh yeah, and then the other thing I wanted to do was, if we are thinking about shutting down Gleba, like, all of the eggs can go off, and that's probably fine. I was still in this position, wasn't I? And we are waiting here, and I actually wanted to be on the surface of the planet to do other things. Okay, so let's do that, because we need to upgrade our armor, but we were still thinking about Gleba, and we're also going to finish the other... are we going to finish the other health tech? Yeah, probably. Yeah, if we're shutting down Gleba because we just get to all the research and we still have other planet research to do and we don't need to be spinning this around all the time, all this rocket fuel in a buffer will be helpful to keep it running. But then I think the plan is keep Gleba powered but not doing anything with fruit. And so for that, I think we would change this to rocket fuel so that we can... oh yeah, so you've got... you're going to want to put that LDS on that belt. Yeah, that one, whatever. Yeah, get us some rocket fuel and then just put that rocket fuel... if we are dropping rocket fuel in from space, have it just top up this belt, which will then go into the power grid, will go into the silos, so we can depower Gleba and first of all have a nice big buffer of rocket fuel and also spoilage, but whatever to lean on, and then also still be able to top this up from space, because we're still thinking about dropping things in from orbit because that's easier. And otherwise Gleba's just going to like turn over and do its thing. It's going to be fine. Yeah, we're getting soil through here now, so that's great. And then yeah, this belt off. Oh, we still haven't backed up the seeds. We backed up these seeds, but we didn't back up. I guess we are going quite a long way out to the patch. Can we queue this soil? There are no other places. There are a couple of places we can add. We can get like another tree in, so we're going to make all these guys pretty happy. I wonder if the one... Yeah, we do have probably a lot more fruit collection than we need, which I think I'm fine with for scaling up. Did we at least... Yeah, that is the artificial soil. That is the thing that we want to be doing. And yeah, these towers are shut off because we are sending signals out to count how many fruit of each type we have in various places. Can you... If the other ship is coming back, I would prefer that you went. So you go to Gleba. How far is this? Yeah, I don't really want these ships to be mode locked. I would rather they were spread out a bit and dropping their cargo in helpful times. Okay. Yeah, we could have done biolabs. We didn't. We did prod mod 3s because otherwise that would involve shuffling around all of this stuff a lot more, and we are... Yeah, currently running through the science at the rate we are making it. We don't have any of the science building up here, which is great. I actually want these legs at the moment. Yeah, so the setup we have that Rubia just told us is not good enough is 3 rare energy shields and 2 layers of health. So, leaving all that stuff in the car, because we're not going to be here very long, all we really want to do is, yeah, we're boxing all this science because we are still, because of 60 times tech multiplier, bouncing backwards and forwards between a lot of different things. I don't even think we want, like, astro processing is huge, but I don't think we want it now. I think there's going to be other helpful things, although it was one of just the sinks. Yeah, this and biolabs is a 60-second tech, and then epic quality. I think we're going to be working through Gleban research a lot, which is cool because we can ignore a bunch of stuff while we're working on other planets. Somewhere down here, yeah, is my rare energy shield 1 maker, because we have been rare steel, rare chips. Go and do... how many is this? This is going to be another 7. We cannot afford that many. We do not have the shield, the suit space. That's going to give us another 5, yeah. So, one of the things we've been doing for quite a while is having... Oh, why are we low on plastic here? I guess we're going to remodule that as well, because we're here. We have a variety of quality module things that are... These are quality 2s? Yeah, that are just spitting out some helpful number of quality things. Oh, that was what we were going to do, isn't it? Because, yeah, we were going to pull out all of these quality things and do all of the novice module quality differently, because we don't need all of these green and... yeah, we don't need all of these better quality prod mod 1s anymore, because the high quality prod mod 2 is no longer our best prod mod. So yeah, so we've been pulling out high quality electric smelters, which is how we've made all of that work. We've got... Do we want... Oh, this is actually going to give us more prod mods, isn't it? It's fine, don't worry about it. It's wall, because we will be speeding these up. Yeah, the other module build we have is over here, and I think especially for... I guess we're going to do this with... Yeah, you've done all of those. It's fine, thanks. We'll get around to that in a bit. Give me all of these, I guess. All of these are going to want to turn quality module 2s into speed module 2s, because we have all of those speed modules, and at this point we would rather not be, especially from the prod mods, pulling these guys out with quality. We would rather we got the regular ones out that we can turn into the regular module 2s that we can then ship over to the mysterious site where nothing bad happens, it's totally not my fault, to turn into mysterious prod mod 3s to get back. Yeah, we still also have a function where we are... Oh, now we do want to be requesting rare prod mods as well. because those are no longer helpful to us because we would rather just, yeah, upgrade them into other qualities of modules we're not even using it, because we don't have the recyclers, so we can't get better quality eggs, so we cannot actually be doing anything with these quality Protmod 2s other than putting them in places that were already Protmod 2s. Oh well, the suit we had was, I would like to keep one set of legs. I don't think the personal robot port is going to be worth, because if we can't drop the personal robots, then by the time we can build the personal robots, we'll also be able to build another robot port, and then I think we move some of these guys around. So now we can have 6 tier 2 shields. I would like to keep the legs if we can, so we're gonna see if this is gonna work. Yeah, get rid of this. I don't need this anymore. All of these things we're gonna go put back in the car, and then it might also take us, I think we actually want to do, yeah, personal battery rather than, I mean, how much? 200 kilowatts, so we would need, all this quality is good stuff. I think we're going to be able to afford the legs, but all the shields are hopefully going to get us to the surface of Rubia. Heading back to Gleba again, let's talk about the tech while we're... Okay, that also pauses it because single player, but yeah, because we have so many different kinds of tech to still do, and because we're doing so much of it, we've got Gleban science to do, which is good, but we want to kind of intersperse this with other helpful kinds of technology that are also going to do the things we want. Lasers are going to be super helpful for reasons, and then I think we can come back, and I think we probably do just start syncing. Actually, biolabs are going to be the big one, but I suspect we are going to be running all of these techs while we are figuring out how to be on Rubia and how to get off Rubia again, because if we can't drop anything helpful, we have to figure out how to build a silo on Rubia, which is probably going to mean mastering the entire technology chain. And yeah, I guess let's have a look at, where is Rubia? It's the other planet we've researched, which says, yeah, it's got its whole other tech chain of stuff we can do, which is cool. Actually, let's type planet in here and see how many planets we've got now. Yeah, some of them are locked behind accessing other planets first, but we've got, you know, a bunch of different things to do. It's going to be fine. I think we have enough bullets. We've got like about 800 on this belt and then another 1,000 in the hub, and that's either enough bullets or this craft is not going to do what it needs to. So yeah, we're hanging around launching stuff. Let's see if we can get to Rubia. Are we waiting for rockets to arrive? We are prepared for Rubia, but Rubia is not prepared for us, so we did get enough shields and enough health, which is great, because otherwise this marathon was going to be derailed again. We kind of already were derailed the first time when we, yeah, were diverted to Gleba instead of Rubia. The next open question is, does the ship even get there? Because we are, you know, making our way towards this thing, but we don't know how many asteroids are around. We have also bumped the number of asteroids that are spawning, so we would be able to get more stuff for the... yeah, so we would be able to get more space science. The other thing we want to do that is pretty important is, yeah, we also want to do this condition of, where is item count? Item count cargo of these guys also greater than, say, 600? 600. Because, I mean, there are many ways this could go wrong. Maybe it is safe to stay in Rubian orbit. Maybe we have to just straight turn around. But usually what happens on the way to Novus and between Novus and Gleba is we need that time to actually collect all the rocket parts again. Rocket parts, as in we need time to manufacture the ammunition to put on the belt, so we've got enough to get back. But maybe we're okay. Also, how many We are finding a decent number of iron rocks, so we should just be able to sit in orbit and shoot everything that comes at us. Probably we're stable if things are just coming at us. Anyway, yeah. So the suggestion of all of those Rubia techs that we were looking at is really interesting because it means that, yeah, combined with hull compromised. Yeah, let's talk about that later. That was pretty bad, and we only just survived, which makes sense because, yeah, land on Rubia without dying. You forgot to bring a personal roboport to Rubia, check your inventory. We were never going to have, but like, we can't. You better not have taken my legs out. The thing is, we can't do anything with a personal roboport because we can't. I guess we could. Could we harvest some of these things? Could we? Oh, no, we still can't. You do anything. We don't have bots. Until we can actually figure out how to build bots, we are not going to be able to get any of that stuff done. So we couldn't. We also couldn't drop bots down because they would also take damage. Anyway, new music. We enjoy the music. Yeah, things we can mine here, yes. So that was the thing I was saying about the Rubia sites before we decided to watch the animation. The fact that, how do we get to it? From any planet, through thrusters, through Rubia. The fact that we, I mean, maybe these are triggered, but if these are researched, then, and there's at least some research implication here, we are not necessarily going to be able to do any of this without spinning up a whole bunch of labs and stuff. But, oh well, moving on. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, can we... Yeah, I guess we're going to put the roboport in because we might... Actually, is that true? We're not even going to bother with that because we don't have bots yet. There is no point. Let's grab one of these remnants because that sounds like a thing that we should do. I wonder if these asteroids... or these trash asteroids. Let's see if we can get... How many hit points do these have? Out of 400, my shield hit points are more than that because we have... Yeah, they should be more, although they've got shields. I was going to see if I could get hit by one and see if I could see if it was going to hit me as a proxy for determining whether or not I would need to have defense all over my base, and I think I will. I think we are going to have to deal with those. Anyway, we find a strange bacteria digesting the Spidertron's metal frame. I was trying to mine this while reading and was not in range. You name this species a thing with zero regard for how other people may judge you. Scrapopophilus. You can't stop thinking about that first Spidertron, Rick. You're inspired to build a large gun turret that shoots unwanted items out into the wind. You call your design the Crapapult and chuckle at your genius wordplay. Yeah, that is something I would do. Yeah, we are still taking damage from all these rocks, aren't we? Okay, so... that is a new mod planet we have installed. That is not us. Where is... we can have a biorecycling plant if we get enough gears. We can have a Crapapult. So we can actually dispose of items using this thing, which is cool. We have a wind turbine, which is going to be a big deal. Repair packs are also going to be a thing. We do have... Oh, this is not a water source. This is... It's blue on the map, but it's not actually a thing. And then we have a place to get bacterial sludge, so we're going to need pump jacks. Okay, I think we're going to run around and grab a couple more of these things, because we're almost certainly going to need them. And yeah, we might be on this planet for a while, which is why I am... Let's get at least one of these things. Maybe we need an offshore pump. Actually, I'm skeptical as to whether we need an offshore pump, but they are cheap. And wait, if we get... We would actually need to find... So we've got the personal roboport, but we would... Oh, we've actually got... We are finding personal bots amongst the scrap. That is a possibility that I did not consider, but I think also had we left... this is... Yeah, had we left the personal roboport in, we would not have survived the the drop. So the fact that it gave us a personal roboport is probably what we wanted to be doing. Okay, the other thing that... what did I say? Yeah, personal roboport. There was some other thing that I had realized and or wondered about. Okay, we can get one of these things. We can have a whole bunch of these. We can have some wind turbines. Yeah, we're just going to keep on pushing through Gleba research and various other kinds of research in the background. It's going to be fine. That was the thing I remembered. I remember seeing a broken pump set to a filter... A broken pump with a filter set to a fluid I have never seen before, which is nearly true, except I did also mouse over these, but also I haven't seen these yet. It was just on the map. Yeah, the thing that I was surprised about when I moused over Rubia earlier was the natural resources being train stations and spidertrons and grabby grabs, and that makes sense now because we are picking up remnants of spidertrons and remnants of train stations. And oh wait, we have... If we have these robots, we should be able to take one of these guys out, put one of these in, and then use the robots to... The robots are not charged yet, because we also need to be... How much of it? Minus 85%. Yeah, this is all pretty rough. We might not want to be using the legs. If we're not using legs, we should put the shield in so we don't get hit by stuff. And then the shields are still taking the charge over the bots. So this is going to continue to be a problem. Logical request assigned on it for some kind of cube. I wonder if we have... Because we did manufacture... where is... Okay, any planet, thrusters... Rubia. I don't know if there's a way to tag this tech to see what's going through it, but that would be helpful. With a rudimentary understanding of the Crapperbolt, you are ready to build your first junk pile of a base. Craft a Yeet firearm magazine. We haven't actually looked at what we're doing with that biorecycling thing yet at all. Are we going to need to power it? Are we going to need to defend it? We were hoping that we would get... Oh yeah, the rate at which I am repairing the shield is solar panel based, and we're not going to get we're not going to get charged to use the robots until we get this thing sorted. Okay, we are at least getting the things we need to make roboports. Okay, let's have... Yeah, let's see whether or not this thing needs fuel. It probably needs power. It needs power. It can make scrap with a kind of... Yeah, so this bacteria actually scraps real fast, and getting hit by stuff is costing me bot usage. Oh well. Ferric scrap is... Oh wait, I wonder if we're getting... Yeah, so ferric scrap was... Cupric scrap, ferric scrap. I wonder if we... get the pump jacks and then use wind turbines to power the pump jacks, do something to get the sludge out of... Yeah, to get the bacteria out of the sludge. Oh wait, I have also just realized a pretty important thing we need to do. Is this the ship we came in? Is this the ship we came in? We do not want to go anywhere near Rubia. In fact, you need to pause thrust. You need to get... You need to have more time just making ammunition, and you probably... I am pretty glad we caught that. We have almost no bullets on the belt. We probably have almost no bullets in the hub. We do have asteroids here and more. Another 130 asteroids on the belt, so that's probably fine. In addition to all the stuff that we will be picking up, we need to hang out here. Maybe these rocks hit us, but we do also have spare wall, and yeah, because we are pushing out bullets from over here, all of these gun turrets are going to fully rearm before any of these guys. There's a chance we lose an asteroid collector, but I'm pretty sure that we have extra asteroid collectors. We've got 9 extra asteroid collectors, we've got spare wall, we've got all of this stuff. Yeah, where were you going? You are falling back to Gleba. Yeah, I just don't think we spent enough time there, did we? Maybe you live. We are going to need to make sure you get enough bullets. And then... But we have also adjusted spoilage time, is because big marathon stuff. We've got a long while to remember to get that somewhere. How are you doing? Are you fine? Yeah, you're still fine. You're still just getting on with it. Yeah, you're great. Okay. Let's go back to grabbing the scrap, I guess. Are these... These are the bacterial sludge wells. I was looking at these splotches of stuff, and they are not that. We can, in fact, put pump jacks here, which is important. Are you going to give me a little bit of a problem? You're not. We are also going to need power poles, so let's do that, and we can have another 2... Yeah, we can have another couple of these things, so that's going to be nice. We are going to need pipe. We are going to need to continue to grab stuff, and we do not have our personal bots up yet. That might be helpful later. I'm still worried about... Yeah, okay, so we can get bacterial sludge. We can, or maybe we should see if we can find the recipe for... It's made in a chem plant or a cryo plant. We only have one of those, but this is exactly the thing we want to be doing. So, let's make ourselves... let's go and get more stuff. This is not so much of a surprise, but is a little bit of a disappointment. Yeah, well, we don't even have pipes. Okay, did we get the chem plant? We're going to have a second chem plant. I think we're going to need backups of everything. That is probably not going to be a surprise. Let's get a second crapper bolt because we can. Let's start throwing these things down and setting recipes and crafting some things. We would like some scrap. Can we... Biorecycling plant. This is just biorecycling? Yeah, we need to get the other thing. It is not the, are you going to do a thing? You did do the thing. It is not the Fulgoran recipe of, we would be able, because we're looking at, actually, had we been to Fulgora first, we would have a lot of good options for doing better things with Belt. As it is, we're going to have to run around and find raw stuff. This is going to hit me again, isn't it? Yeah, oh well. I think we should also have a hot bar where we put on the things we are likely to have. Yeah, okay, so we're still... Oh, actually, these guys spoil really fast, don't they? We actually need to get these guys into the machine real fast. Okay, I guess that means we've also... Because I was trying to get some amount of stuff and bring it over here. Yeah, I was trying to get some amount of the stuff in my inventory, but I think we've got to do it the other way around. I think we need to go over to one of the ferric scrap... I guess we could use this closer stuff, sure. But yeah, we were going to go ferric scrap. I have not checked the rates on these recyclers, but whatever. Yeah, we might also still run into any number of problems of... these asteroids slapping me with stuff. You're not in the way. You want to be... yeah, because we actually need to get all of this... Are we... Yeah, okay, so we are getting stuff made. Had we gone to Fulgora first, we would have so many other options of what we could do with all of this iron. As it is, we do not... Okay, let's make our way back to Rubia to go... What do we want to do? We need to craft a Yeet firearm magazine, become at one with the waste. We are ready to build... I thought we did that. Did we not already make the crapper bolt? Anyway, yeah, those are the noises we might be hearing. Where is... Is it going to be in here? Did we already made that? We're going to need some more repair packs. The bots are not replacing these things. Have we managed to turn... most of our... Yeah, we've done a decent job turning... Oh, this is going to hit me again, isn't it? A decent job turning... Why? Can I just not reach? These cannot be repaired? Wind turbines cannot be repaired? That is super interesting. Anyway, yeah, done a decent job of turning the bacteria we had into the scrap, and then we wanted to... It was a Yeet firearm magazine, wasn't it? Where is that under military? It's not under military. Is it... That's the carbon fiber we've just unlocked. Varandium plate. Is this... That's a different mod planet that is not... Yeah, give me all of this stuff back. That stuff was a thing for a different mod planet. Oh, that's a wreck. That's why it's not doing anything. That is not gating its stuff behind going to the planet or introducing its technology or anything like that. Okay. Some of these are going to be helpful. We needed to figure out how to make a thing. And the thing we wanted to figure out how to make was craft... Yeet firearm fired out of the wind using rocket capacity too heavy for spoilable 0 seconds. That seems like it could be a bit of an issue. Maybe that is the... Maybe it's only crafted in... Maybe it is crafted inside the catapult, and we give the catapult the ammunition. This is... Yeah, so maybe, and I say maybe, it looks a whole lot like... Is this guy going... Yeah, okay. I think this guy... no, this guy is... This guy is a scrap recycler. And we are getting... Yeah, so that is what we need to do. These things are just... Is there an animation with this? It just kind of sprays it around the place. There's no muzzle flash or anything like that. All those things are just gone. Okay, we are happy with that. What is the next step in the thing we need to do? Being able to tag... Like, being able to put a pin in one of these technologies so we can see the chain we're working through would be a really great feature that we would like. What can we make? We can make... What is this made in? This is made in a biorecycling plant. So, one level gives us magazine cells and copper coils, and then the next level takes... I thought it gave us firearm magazine, and yeah, gives us firearm magazines and copper cable, and then the next layer takes that firearm magazine and also the bacterial slurry and gives us iron plate, which is cool. And then this is just in the biorecycler plant, and this gives us a different kind of... Oh, this gives us a biorecycling science pack. Okay, so we are going to need... And is this... Craft 1,000... Because I wonder if this is probably just craft 1, right? But because we... Oh no, wait. We don't have a 1,000 times tech multiplier. We have a 60 times tech multiplier. So this is... We've just got to make a lot of these things and we need to get a bunch more recipes. Okay, so let's try and figure out how we're going to do that. We are going to need more infrastructure. I don't know whether it would actually be helpful to go to Fulgora first, because don't recyclers take blue chips? And we have, thus far, no way of getting acid that we would need to get the blue chips, and without that we wouldn't be able to get a recycler, so we wouldn't be able to recycle the other items we wanted into all the gears and all the iron. We're probably going to find a way here to do the recycling we want, but... Ziggurat, sure. Yeah, I think we're gonna... We still... Do we have... We still do not have bot charge. I guess we're doing this by hand again. Oh no, wait. No, we have bot charge. But we will not have much bot charge at all. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take out these things. and we still want to be doing all the wave defense tech of helping bots pick this stuff up, because they will not have the charge to do it particularly well. But we are more online, and the wave defense personal bot strats are probably going to be pretty big. We have run around a bunch. We've collected probably more things than we need, but we can shoot them back off into space. It's going to be fine. Do we want more repair packs? Maybe. Yeah, we're going to try and use this stuff and this stuff to try and put together a quick little package of a thing. We didn't actually look at whether these were one-to-one or anything, did we? We just... Yeah, we're not even going to worry about it. We're just going to see if we can do things quickly. And did we get the pump jacks yet? We did not get the pump jacks. We're just getting the pump jacks now. We have made a decent number of these guys, which also just means there's a lot to lose when the things crash into us, which is also fine. Can we go... Really, these things only have 3 rotational states. That is not what I expected, but fine, we can manage that. Yeah, through here, we did make... Oh, we already get underground pipes. I made underground pipes, not realizing that we did not need them at all. Can we also put... Can we put gun turrets here? And will gun turrets protect us? It looks like they will. Yeah, so we can defend ourselves, which is cool, from all the junk floating past, which is great. We probably only... Is there a prevailing wind? Everything is left to right, isn't it? So I think we want to do a similar thing to designing ships, where we just have gun turrets protecting ourselves in essentially the upwind directions. The other quirk here is that... we also don't have the bullet damage that would make this stuff particularly effective. Yeah, we want all of this stuff. We want in and out. Oh, really? We can only have inserters in one direction. That is super interesting. How are we... I guess we just do all the processing downstream of each other? Okay, let's just lean into this then. So the direct mining is definitely going to be a thing, but also if we can only have inserters in one direction and any other inserter gets pivoted to that direction, then we are going to need... Okay, so first of all, if we power this on and we give this... Okay, we are also going to need... We're going to need these pipes in here. That is a cool trick that I am enjoying quite a lot. This idea that all the inserters can only be in one direction, and so we effectively have an uphill... Yeah, we effectively have an uphill side to the factory and a downhill side to the factory. Oh, you guys need a recipe. You guys should be making the sludge. We haven't really thought about how many you make. You are doing... you are using 20 per second. You guys are kicking out. We're making a lot of that. We can have a lot of these guys. In fact, we can just go speed modules, although maybe we need to be considerate to the power grid that we have. Okay. Yeah, so the thing we need to figure out is when we are venting things in this direction, you give me stuff, you have... not that, you're doing this recipe. Yeah. If we give you stuff, which side of the belt are you on? You are on the bottom side of the belt, which means that this belt here, with stuff going in this direction, we will now have all the things on both sides of the belt, although we are getting both coils and also... yeah, we're getting both... Do we want to do it this... I think I actually want to do this a different way. I think we want to go down here, but also sideload this on... Yeah, we want to sideload this the other way. You know, I think we just run this one here and this belt through this way. Okay, we are going to be sideloading a thing again, but it doesn't matter because the plan is no longer to share these guys on the same belt. If we have a thing like so, then we can have this plan. We could actually have another thing over here to put... We could split these things up on different belts, couldn't we? We could have the coils on one of these belts, and then we would still... Yeah, whatever. I think we're just going to worry about venting all of that stuff later. You have this. We then want this pattern a bunch more times, because we can, and this is... So we've now got a... Yeah, this direct feeding I think is going to be pretty important. We also, how fast are you doing things and why are you not doing anything? Oh, because we were considering setting that filter and decided not to set that filter. Let's catch up with the ship in space, not that button, and see whether or not... Yes, so you are at Novice and hanging around at Novice for a bit. Is this a good time for you to be at Gleba? We didn't really lose all that much stuff. We have bullets in the hub. We have... not really enough rocks on the belt, but we are running through these belt rocks. Yeah, okay, that's all fine. That situation has recovered. Yeah, cool. Okay. So what else did we... Yeah, we just need... We are getting a lot of... I think the thing we're going to do, we're going to have a crapapult here. And you are going to... Yeah. You're going to go here, and you are going to use filters for any copper. So, copper, we can just continue to void out of this dude. Let's also get a box. Put a box here, do the same thing, vent the copper. And this means that, like, we're not venting all of our copper, we're deliberately only venting some of this copper. And then, yeah, because how are we doing for bullets over here? Are we still worried about that? And why are we so worried about that? Oh, well. Yeah, so the other thing that's going to make this interesting is if we wanted boxes and things, and if we wanted, say, this guy to use a filter for the ammunition, to be putting in the ammunition in boxes, we've got to do little zigzags with the belt. We don't have these inserters. We also only have red belt. We are going to be here for a while, so I don't necessarily mind... What did I... Oh yeah, because we wanted these poles, because we have these poles. I don't mind having a hotbar that's going to be a mess that we're going to need to change later, because... Yeah. Okay. So we have... And then I guess we do that for all items. Anyway, let's remember what we were building. Steel productivity is great. I'd like steel productivity. We wanted thrusters into... Yeah, we needed to craft 1,000... That's right, we needed to craft 1,000 of these science packs. These science packs probably need... We're not even doing this yet. But we do have... Oh, interesting. You can't get through there. But you could get through here because of the way we've set that up. But we also don't have any long-handed assemblers, which is probably fine. You give me... I think... I mean, maybe we want to even do a more aggressive job down here, because we are kind of building in this direction of... Yeeting more of this stuff as well. And then we wanted... Actually, we wanted... The thing we wanted... We wanted some of these bullets. We wanted some of these bullets here to do a thing. And then we also over here wanted instead long-handed inserters to go into... other biorecyclers here. I don't know how fast these guys are. We're not going to worry about that. We're just going to put these things in multiple places. You guys are going to make the plate, yeah? And then we're also just going to be able to take you out and put you in a box, and now we have plate. So this is very exciting. We also are going to need more ammunition. You guys are also going to need more ammunition. Okay, we are slowly figuring all of this out. Maybe. I think the thing we do want is we want... Like, these guys are also really kicking out a huge amount of stuff. So actually, efficiency modules in everything going to be a big play. Because we do not have that much power grid. Efficiency modules in these guys, can you have efficiency modules? You just ate my efficiency modules, that's all fine. I'm not even opposed to that. Okay. So we've got... yeah, we are going to want other gun turrets over here. Can we... Actually, that's silly, isn't it? Let's move all of these guys here, because now we can actually just feed these guys from the belt. Actually, we cannot. Of course we cannot, because the inserters are only going in one direction. What a fantastic thing. I am enjoying this a whole lot. Okay, so we can have 2 gun turrets here. This belt, it doesn't matter if we are... It doesn't matter if we are sideloading this or not. In fact, we could also just go like so and have other gun turrets in here. Okay, so we have a little defensive hub. One of these guys is providing us with bullets. We've still got to take bullets out here. Okay, so things we are learning. If we are putting gun turrets out here and automatically loading them to shoot all the stuff, we have to move things with belts and then have the inserters in one direction. All of that is a thing that we are fine with. Okay, let's try and figure out... We needed to automate biorecycling plants, which is going to take steel and green chips. Some of these things we're just picking up, some of them we're using. And then do we also want cannons? That was not what we wanted. Where is... wind turbine biorecycling plant and also the bacterial sludge made in a biorecycling plant. Okay, yeah, so we need to automate each of these things. These guys took some damage. Are we not? Do I not have... I had these things, and then we did not. Why am I not... Would I not be... Oh yeah, because I'm picking things up from the wrong place. Okay, so other things we want to be doing are... If we do something like this, then we can have assemblers. We've got some assemblers. We can have some stuff in here that is... And we're just gonna... I was gonna say slobber this... Oh, interesting. We cannot go... That is not entirely surprising either. We can only go... We can't have belt into the wind. Everything is going to be downstream of this position, which means that really we need to grab this iron and float it in this direction because we can't go upwind, but then process it here and float it back down so that we can have gun turrets defending our position. That is a cute trick I like a lot. We're going to worry about that. Maybe later, probably not right now. Oh wait, we're also going to have... Yeah, all of these builds are going to need like a vertical belt, because when we are trying to do inserters... oh wait, I was trying to figure out how to do coils onto green chips, and the answer to that is we only do green chips, and it doesn't matter that we have to snake this belt around, because this is how we get the green chips in here. So now we have green chips, which was... let's look at the other recipes that we want to automate. Give me one of these things, because we want to set you to the science pack. We need wind turbines. The sludge is going to be pretty straightforward. You get all of these things. Could you... You could have productivity modules, and we've got these guys. So I think we're immediately going to go... Prod mod 1s. Prod mod 1s are super helpful. You guys take and put... I'm going to need another box. You guys, not those. These red chips have them. Put the other box here, and then we are... Oh yeah, not... let's have one of these guys here as well. because we can only have inserters in one direction, we cannot... I guess we can have splitters? Splitters are going to back everything up, aren't they? Splitters also can only go in the one direction. That's cool, we like that a lot as well. Okay, in that case, we're just going to box everything else and not worry about it. One of these... Okay, we're making red belt. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, so we've got coils going in... Yeah, let's put these guys back. We've got coils going in here. We are filling up all of this plate. We do need an automated source of steel. These guys we are going to... Oh yeah, all these guys we should be efficiency moduling because we don't have that much stuff. And then as you are making the science packs, double prod mod for the science packs? Sure. Are there any other... Oh yeah, we... reasons why we would like bullets. How is the grid? The grid is actually surprisingly doing fine. I was not expecting that. Okay, I guess we are going to reorganize these slightly because it has struck me that if we put bullets in maybe only like 3 boxes? Yeah, that's a dude we are not particularly against now, isn't it? If we had... We can have gun turrets like... let's put these things together. Yeah, we can have gun turrets like so, and we're building over this thing. I'm not super concerned about that. We're going to need more of it later, but we already have quite a lot of it. Yeah, so now we have... If we do a pattern like so, do I have the boxes? I do not have the boxes, but we can have an automated way of keeping all of these gun turrets loaded instead of just some of them, but we are going to need to do other things later. It's fine. Okay, Trash Planet is doing a thing. What are we... We're avoiding some but not all of the copper cables, that's fine. You guys destroyed my prod mod boxes. That was like the most effective thing you could have done. Good job. Okay. Things that are funny. I would like more of those prod mods. We might be going out to... you know what? Here and not there. Here and here. And here and here are places we can just run ammunition. So now we should have better protection over these. Yeah, we lost quite a lot of red chips in there, didn't we? Oh, well, never mind. Okay, we need the wind turbines, we need the biorecycling plants. This stuff we can bring down because we are going to need a couple more pipes. And then we were going to look at what it takes to make wind turbines. And we've got all of this stuff. We've got all of this stuff on this belt except for this thing. So as long as we can figure out how to squirrel that through, it should be fine. These guys might be trickier. We need the steel. We have the steel over here. We have... Yeah, these guys need to get out the way, I think, because I think these guys want to turn, and we can have undergrounds out here, and we go underground this way, and now we have some amount of steel, and we have... Yeah, are we nearly there? We needed gears, and we've already got some gears. You also needed gears. That was not an explosion on this planet, so I am unconcerned. And so I think we need... I think we give this guy... We give each of these guys 4 stacks. You are eating some of the copper, and it's fine. We have... This is probably not enough steel, is it? How much steel do you guys need? Quite a lot. Okay, also, how many packs do you give us? We get 2 packs per 5 steel, so that's going to be a little bit of an issue. Anyway, we wanted to be able to have gears here, and stuff goes in, and then we also want to be able to go here to be able to have wind turbines made, and then the belt is going to turn. You are going to need to go underneath, and then we are also going to need, because we also can't have splitters in any direction other than, yeah, doing this Actually, I think we can do this a different way. I think we can do a very similar concept, but a different way with more space. As long as we have... it is actually going to need to change a bit, isn't it? Yeah, you guys copy this thing. And then move yourselves, because we're going to need a little more space to do the rest of the thing. If we go in this direction, I think we can actually kick this guy over to the side so that we can... Oh no, we still need it to be here for reasons, because even if we did this thing, the plan is to have this belt run this way, and then we can have the belt of stuff kicking further out here, which is going to be fine. Except that we're also going to need gun turrets down here, which we now have, if we had boxes. How many did we? 4? Yeah, okay. So we can now have gun turrets down here protecting this stuff. We can run this loop around, and so everyone can get everything they wanted. And then do we just do the same thing? If we... Oh no, we can't... We can't run this thing upwind. I was trying to figure out how we were going to do kind of the same pattern. But because we've started it here, we are also not going to... I guess we can have one of these splitters over here. We can keep this little defensive line going. We can have more gun turrets down here. We can have another thing that yeets copper cable over here. Okay. Do I have... Oh, I've got a lot. Did we... 4 stacks each. You guys probably only need 2 stacks each. You're also doing hilarious things. Okay, because the thing I wanted to check up on is these gun turrets that were all the way up here. Do we still have... let's spread these around again. Half there, a quarter in each of these places, and then a quarter of that over there. Okay, fine. This is great. We are enjoying this a lot. We are yeeting things into space. We are shooting things out of space that have also been yeeted. And then we do have double long-handed assemblers, don't we? Because... Can we go... No, because we can still only have... I was trying to figure out if we could have other things over here, except the splitters can only go in one direction, and the inserters can also only go in one direction, so I think we may as well just... these guys are going to need to be in this line. And by these guys, I mean we are thinking about manufacturing these... yeah, give me some of these back. Manufacturing these guys, because we need to put them on a belt with the other things. And this is going to be fine because we're also just... Yeah, this setup we like a lot. We've got some things power grid on one side. We can have these other belts on the other side. Did we leave... We have not quite left enough space. Okay, which we can fix really easily by moving this back 1 tile. Because then here... we can have a thing that makes gears. We're just going to do direct insertion. We haven't really thought about it that much at all. I think if we get one basic thing running, we will be in a happier position to get... Like, to kind of assess the situation and decide how we want to attempt to scale it. Yeah. So we have... Do we have you guys running? You are not making gears enough. We are not making gears because... Okay, you guys do... prod mods on gears. We do need more grid. We happen to have more grid just sitting on a belt, and there are places in here that are both defended and somewhat power grid supplied. Somewhat power grid supplied. So I think we are happy with how this is turning out overall. This is... I am pretty happy with this as a first experience of a mod planet. It's extremely silly. There are new puzzles to solve. The whole inserters only go in one direction thing is fantastic. The whole build your base downhill of where the gun turrets are, a lot of good times. Oh, we needed these guys to be making the science recipe, and then we can... Yeah, I don't know how many of these things we've got or need. These prod mods, we have also no longer got efficiency modules, which is fine. We're going to go and pick them up from somewhere else. Wait, can these guys use? No. Did not expect so. Also did not expect so. But that's fine. Prod mod all of this stuff together, and then we need a line in which we can pull fluid through, which looks like it's going to be over here. Is this actually a line we can pull fluid through? Why are we stuck on these turrets? Okay, you don't get to be a turret there anymore. I don't think we need all of it. It's probably fine. Don't complain about things. And we are close to making these kind of science packs, which is great. Yeah, and then all of these guys are spoiling. Oh, well, never mind. Yeah, we do need to go and collect more materials, because one of the things I want is... which way are we running this? Yeah, we're running this up. I would like... We do actually need some more gun turrets in here, don't we? I would like more red chips to be able to get prod mods. I would like to pick up more of these efficiency modules. The power grid is still fine. These guys are... Yeah, getting everything done. Oh, wait, are you worried about green chips? Why are you worried about green chips? Because we're just not getting enough copper cable through. Okay, in that case... oh, wait, no. Well, the reason we're not getting enough copper cable through is because we are filled up on bullets, which I think is a place I am happy to be. Yeah, let's move this one down a little further, so that we can run all these gun turrets off it again. And then we're also going to do this thing of this last one doesn't get a filter, because otherwise it's going to back up on other stuff. Actually, we can dispose of more coils by having more of these things catching it. Okay, I think we are pretty good. We should be mostly running this stuff. Oh yeah, we're not putting that stuff in a box, which means it's all going to build up and do nothing. Don't worry about it. Couple of boxes and then copper cable. Here I've got the copper cable that's still kind of sitting around, but not enough because I didn't get the steel. These guys are... Oh yeah, did I hand feed all the steel in here? Probably we did. Okay, so the science packs also spoil. That is a little rough. Oh well. And we've got 9 minutes to make these guys, which is somewhat hilarious. I'm just going to feed all the stuff. Wait, why not? Because there's a distinct input thing here. We can't, it doesn't flow through in all directions. Okay, fine. I think we can handle that reasonably easily by having... Because it also doesn't look like we need many of these things. Here... I guess we can... Yeah, let's just solve this problem with long-handed inserters. We're going to grab all of this stuff. Okay, I didn't actually want the belt on this side, but these guys are not doing anything especially quickly, which means we can have long-handed inserters in there, which means this guy can come back this way. Pipe, pipe, pipe. There we go, and we should be running again as soon as we take this stuff out. And except I've got, yeah, all this stuff. Okay. We are worried about copper cable. Are we not getting... because... We should be making all the copper cable. We should... Yeah, let's not have this guy dunking our copper cable into orbit again. We are now at a point where we would actually like the copper cable. I think we would also like to be running this faster. I think I need to just wander around and maybe be picking up more bits of scrap so we can get more modules, so we can, because I don't think we have anything to do. Where is... I could just learn what the icons we were looking for. Is this the hardcore biorecycling? Yeah, we can't... I believe this is the thing we are making. Makeshift biorecycling pack. Wait, did it? It didn't say make biorecyclings pack. It says item yeet, which means I think we actually want to get one of these gun turrets and yeet it. That's why the weird spoilage timer is what it is. All these yeeted things are spoiling instantly because we make them and then we throw them into orbit. Okay, do I have anything you want? And that's how we yeet the things. That is a realization that I think I like. Can we have just more of these guys over here? I mean, is the grid okay? The grid is somewhat okay. Yeah, this iron, we're going to have more iron here. And then, oh, this iron is on the other side of the belt. Is that a problem? Yes. So we in fact cannot do that, but we can do this. Because we want to get all this iron into steel. Let's try and... yeah, over here is a place where it kind of doesn't matter. Over here is a place where it matters slightly less. Oh wait, because we're also taking... we are prioritizing the green chips that are in this guy over getting the coils into these dudes, which is probably fine. Oh yeah, I want more red chips. I wanted these guys to have all the iron, which I think we are fine with. I think I need to go and collect stuff. Okay, we have picked up quite a lot of stuff, yeah, a large variety of stuff. We even dropped some of it in here earlier as well. We've moved on to Biolabs Tech because we have all of that agricultural science. We're going to drop this into the... yeah, spread these around a bit so we've got full cycles of prod mods everywhere, because prod mods are nice. Yeah, some of the boxes we picked up were a little spooky, but in a way that I think is probably fine. Like, there weren't all that many spooky ones. What I would actually like, though, as we feed these things in, I would like this stuff to just build up on the belt, because I think we are going to want to expand, and I think we're going to need... do you guys have... maybe I have gear wheels? I'm going to need more long-handed inserters. We're making the gears ourselves, that's probably okay, yeah. Because I think we want to expand. Only 3 of these recycling plants so far. Why? Because you also don't have gears. You can have... sure, whatever. That's all of my iron, yeah. Because it did strike me that we are trying to get... can we even see how many of these things we have made? Hardcore biorecycling, if it's... maybe a third of it, so we've made a couple of hundred, maybe. Maybe at some point we will get the ability to do stone or concrete or anything that makes a silo, but not super concerned yet. The thing I did want to check is... oh, is that why we've got so little iron? There's just these two that are only producing us 4 iron per second. Hilarious. We could probably throw... I mean, how bad are these guys on the grid? These guys are pretty bad on the grid, so I don't think we want to go... like less than 3 efficiency modules, but I think we could also go efficient. Yeah, prod mods here to get more stuff out. How many are these using? They're using 1.8. And also this is almost 1-to-1, but I don't think we want to do that. We've got these speed 2 mods, so I think we want to probably speed these guys up, at which point they're making 2.4. So it's going to be like, yeah, a couple, not like that, yeah, something like this, because we are going to want to scale, and I think the scaling plan is actually, first of all, can we move fluids forward? Yes, I was wondering if they had mucked around with Fluids 2.0 to the extent that they would not be able to move fluids forward, but that is going to be the important thing, because we can't have belts going forward. Doesn't work, which means we've got to have belts go to the side, and that's what that noise is. It's when you try and put something in the wrong direction, there's a wind noise. And that noise is the thing that tells you that a belt has, or something has just been rotated to a direction that is allowed by wind. That noise there. Okay, so the expansion plan, I think we've mentioned this before, because we can't bring anything forwards, but we can bring fluids forwards, and because we want gun turrets basically covering the mines, and we don't want to be relying on boxes like this, I think we're going to have to lay some stuff out, for which we're going to turn off my bots, grab me a mining drill. Oh wait, we should also do the novice thing, shouldn't we? The novice thing was... yeah, where can we... I think we can start, like, over here or something. And we want to do these guys with a speed module from the map, I guess, because we can't ghost with real items. Yeah, Novice is no longer complaining about needing prod mod 3s anywhere, which means we've got some more prod mods to be able to drop in things. And so I think of all the places, the yellow science that's in here, yeah, because we probably have a decent number of these modules sitting around now, right? We have tens of uncommon prod 3s, which is pretty exciting. So, purple science is down here. You guys are all running. Sorry, yellow science. Purple science is the other one we're thinking of, which starts from this end. And then I think we may have just allocated more tier 3 modules than we have yet. We're still... some of these purple science are not going to get the tier 3. Not going to get the tier 3 yet, are they? Okay, so I guess that means we do regular tier 3 on the rest of these. I don't know if they all took. Some of them might have, and then, I hope that's not my face, it's not my face. The rest of, yeah, upgraded prod mod 3s, regular prod mod 3s, speed beacons here as well, but we're going to get more stuff out, so it's fine. Did we want better military science? Because we do still want the military science, but like, whatever. These guys did not get their module upgrades. Oh wait, can we just copy this and move it across here? Is that going to do what it needs to? Our bot's going to bring in the module 3s. Or are they bringing in module 2s? They're being silly. Because I think we're also... yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we've done that, we can also give these guys an upgrade as soon as we get any more of the uncommon 3s falling out. That means we are going to put them directly into stuff. And also we have all of the labs with prod mod 3s now, which is nice. And the other thing I've noticed is all of these techs we are... okay, was that dip because of... that dip was not because of bioscience, which was interesting. Maybe it was bioscience. I think we want to also, is the theme of... I was going to re-speed module red and green, but it does not look like we need to re-speed module red and green. Silos or whatever. Oh, I think what we do, if we have that stuff free, is we make sure that these guys, in their beacon request, go to 100 regular prod mods. And so that should be on the same list as this guy, so we are doing good things with prod mods. That's helpful. Okay. Yeah, because the plan here is we need gun turrets covering these positions. Actually, there's more stuff down here which we're going to grab. Oh, wait, my bots are on. Hopefully none of these are any of the violent things that we have to run away from. And I hope I don't get within... okay, yeah, we did actually get within range of that mining drill, so now we can lose it, which is very exciting. Yeah, the thing... we want to somehow get coverage of gun turrets over those mining drills. Yeah, actually, give me this back. And then turn off the bots and Control Z so that we can ghost this stuff out. Yeah, we need... Yeah, even ghosts we cannot rotate in the illegal upwind direction. So I think we want to... have... Because the other thing that struck me about this is we are trying to run all this science off 3 mining drills, which does not seem like a good idea. So I think we are going to try and figure out how to run this. We're still not... This doesn't actually tell us how many items we have. Yeah, we're going to run this out and then have... Did I not make power poles? We're going to need more power poles. Have these guys in here or something. The next row is going to run, I guess, like so. And one of the questions is, how are we going to get all this stuff on the same piece of belt? And the answer is going to be, we run it down like so. And then these inserters in the correct direction can put things on the other side of the belt, which is going to be cool. The thing is, we need gun turrets covering these positions. I think we're probably... Does that mean we have... I think this might even mean that we have just a line back the other way. Like, how many... We've got millions of ore here, so I'm not necessarily worried about running this out. And this does look like we're going to be able to get a large number of miners on a patch, even if it's not super efficient. But then the thing I think we want to do is have a bunch of these guys lined... Oh wait, these guys need... Yeah, these guys cannot go there. They're going to go here. Actually, there's definitely enough space to just have it. If the slurry arrives here, then these guys can be making us the bullets and cable here, which means that we can have, yeah, one short and one long into each of these things, and we are ghosting all of this so that we can figure out where the lines of things need to be. And this means that here is a line that we can have gun turrets, which I think is going to be pretty important. We can have gun turrets here, gun turrets here, just take, because these guys spit bullets out, yeah? They spit bullets out. So we can have gun turrets here, and then this is the line for which we can have gun turrets. So if we want more ore, and I think we might, it looks like there's a spot kind of here where we can also have ore running out in this direction, but we are going to need this to go underground. Are we making more than a red belt of stuff? 6 bullets. 6 is a lot of bullets. But we are going to need this in several places. And then we are also going to need more of these guys. And I guess you could be here, but making the recipe that spits out copper plate. Yeah, and then let's also grab the modules that we wanted here. And then... wait, if you're kicking out 6 a second, does that mean you actually need more... Wait, does it... Yeah, if you're kicking out... Wait, so it's also one of the first tier of biotrashes. I might call these trash assemblers. I think they have a pretty trash assembler feel to them. Yeah, we want 2 of these per one of these that's not using bullets. But this does also mean that... Or maybe we could... Okay, so maybe we do actually do this around the other way. Because this is giving us the iron we need back. So we could go in here. Like so. We have gun... Is that enough gun turret coverage? I think we're going to go, for no particular reason, pair of gun turrets into pair of... Yeah, into 4 group of trash assemblers. How many... 3 per second, and then... Oh wait, you also need... you are also going to need, we're going to need to pull this back, and if we're using long-handed inserters, it's going to be, oh no, wait, because we can put the power poles on this side, so we can in fact just go all of the long-hand insertion, basic outputs here, so we've, wait, this is all in the wrong place. We want this to go forwards here so that we can also have more bacteria through here. I think this is not actually a lot of bacteria, is it? If we're being limited by this yellow underground, probably not a big deal. Let's throw another group of this stuff over here. There. No, this is really bad, because we wanted to get both of these belts out. Okay, but this is the most important thing, was having some way of getting gun turrets in here so that we could have... these guys are only just defending, so I think maybe we do actually get rid of this line of stuff because we cannot hold it, whereas there's also space for power poles through here, which I think is fine, and then we can have an additional layer of, okay, maybe we can only have 3 here, and then we can have more gun turrets, and then another one of these guys here, and then more gun turrets is, yeah, more gun turrets is going to be the theme. Yeah, because if we can, like the first bit of the puzzle I'm thinking about at scale, what are we taking, what's taking damage? Bullets they've probably run out of ammunition. They have run out of ammunition, we should go and deal with that. Yeah, the first thing I'm thinking about with all of the new stuff we are ghosting, where we are thinking about expanding, is also turn our bots back on to repair things, is how can we defend the advanced positions we are taking forwards? Because that seems to be, yeah, we need trash assemblers. Trash assemblers need, oh hey, these are, yeah, we turned this off because we just wanted to be able to, this is probably enough stuff, maybe, who knows. I think I am going to get, I think we're going to save some gears for 1 or 2 bits of red underground belt. Maybe we need that. Yeah, also these guys, these dudes at the front are still fine. Yep, okay, so the point being, if we are running these, can bots remove all of those things? Can bots remove all of these things? Get into range of that stuff. Yep, and then turn off bots and then Control Z, because I would rather not build this yet, because we kind of need to build all this at once, or maybe we even build the gun turrets first. Yeah. Yeah, because if we've got, how many of these were 2.4, weren't they? And these were 1.8. And so we have on this first layer 8, which means we're going to need yeah, we can probably do 10 or even 12 here. So how far does this get us towards? Yeah, this is pretty good, I reckon. We can have metal stuff going in here. Oh wait, if these were 2.4, 8 that's more than a red belt of stuff. I think we're not going to worry about it. I think this is, I think we're going to have more mining than we need, and we are not going to worry about it. I think we are going to also have more of this stuff in. We can power pole it from the other side, it'll be fine. Oh wait, can we power pole? I don't think that we can, if we can continue to power pole this stuff from this side, which means I think in here we're going to have to move this by 1 to be able to fit the power pole in here, and then is it going to be, no, it's going to be enough to be able to have one in the middle, isn't it? But yeah, power pole in here, power pole over here, we are going to be fine, because these things have a reach of 3 on either side. Okay, so if we're doing, yeah, if we're doing that, then we have to remember that this also gets a little gap, and then we would like more of this stuff. Oh yeah, because I was moving this so that we could have this pattern again. Are you in the way? You are a little bit in the way. Do we want to keep... We probably want to keep this one, so I guess this one is just not going to be here, which is fine. And we also don't have anything taking coils off the belt, which is a little bit of an issue. So I think we do a cheeky thing here and go, you're going to filter for coils. Because... yeah, we may... Actually, I don't think we bother with that. I think we build all of this, we see if it works, we see if we can have the gun turrets doing a thing. This belt here is where we are going to need... let's just get two... Yeah, two chem plants was enough, wasn't it? Because these guys were doing huge amounts of stuff, and we don't even need this other chem plant over here at all, so we're going to get rid of that guy. These guys... Oh yeah, we're not going to have any shortage of this stuff, are we? Because we can just speed module all of these guys, and we are up to huge amounts of this stuff. Okay, good. You can go here, we can move this back. I think we want to move the gun turrets first. As in, I think we want to build... Wait, how are these guys getting... How are these guys getting bullets? I think we do need to keep moving this up. But the thing is... If we are moving this up, like, this is the belt where... some of these have gone the wrong way. You are going to... Wait, how did we... Oh, we didn't actually do the long-handers. These guys... Oh, no, we did? Yeah, the long hand, I'm just confused by the colors of the ghosts. Okay, it's fine. What are we putting... Are we putting anything here? We do have a lot more power to also drop in here somewhere. Yeah, this thing here... Are we going to... I think we are going to... also discontinue this collection of guns, because one of the things we're going to want are more... Yeah, I don't think we're going to need more guns, but I think we're going to get more guns. And then it also occurred to me that bullet damage is going to be an interesting... I don't have any pipe. Oh, we've got a lot of underground pipe. We are incentivized to do things with underground pipe. Yeah, bullet damage is going to be an interesting, like, multiplication of resources in this area, because I guess you can stay for a little bit, because the more bullet, like, we're using so many bullets to shoot all this stuff out of the air, that the more bullet damage we have, the more resources we have left over to do anything else we want. Is this... I think we might actually need to leave these guys, might we? What happens if... Will you guys just take bullets out? You will take bullets out, so we can bring this belt this way. Okay, not there. But we can run you underneath this pump jack, and then remove all of these things, and have a way to move bullets. Okay, I think it might be time to turn the bots on, because I would like these out of the way, and then I would like bots on, and then these to be moved forwards. Okay, so we can... Yeah, we've still got a vast number of bullets. Do we need to... Okay, you guys are... We probably should have seen that coming. Okay, so I think we probably need to... Oh no, the thing we need to do is... get in here and have... I wanted... Did I want... I think 3 chem plants is probably going to be enough. Can we... I would like to have them this far forwards, because I would like to be able to... I mean, do we need... If we even have a full red belt of the ore, we are still only going to have a half red belt of the slurry, which means we can put these guys here. And Bot usage has somewhat struggled. Okay, yeah, these guys... Give them the embarrassingly named sludge. Yeah, like so. That turned out to be the exact number we wanted. We are making this stuff. I'm still not convinced that we are defended. We are really not defended here, are we? We need a better plan for covering these guys, which at the moment is going to be not there. Some of these things might end up still being actual boxes of stuff, just because I've got all of this stuff, which I would like to relocate. Okay, so that's probably protected. This can be moved into the middle. Okay, so we now should be able to run... Okay, we're not going to use our bots for this, because all of these things we are going to be better at than the bots mostly. But we also have not... yeah, we also have not... Maybe we should be putting things on... Actually, I don't think we should be putting things on the spell. I think we should be putting gun turrets in here so that the gun turrets can defend the things we care about, so that we can go and build the rest of the thing. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with... I am happy that either we will learn something, or it might actually just work. That would be a little bit of a surprise, but I would take it. Yeah, so is the biolab research still going? We still have, yeah, we have collected quite a large amount of the... Oh wait, where are we putting... I guess we can also just put... it's not here, it's fine. I guess we can just put the wind turbines anywhere? Not there. We are going to continue to need these dudes. Interesting. I mean, I'm not necessarily opposed to discovering we have run out of this stuff, because that means that we are still just... Oh yeah, here's more gun turrets. Do we have bullets? We don't have bullets. Maybe we should go and get some more bullets. Maybe we should just figure out where the power poles go so this can turn on, and we can make it do fantastic things. Like, that's a great spot for a power pole. That... Okay, some of these are less enjoyable, but whatever. Yeah, through here, some of these guys... Not all power poles are beautiful, but these ones are going to deal with it. Okay, I also have some of this stuff which we can just use, which should mean that we just get the bullets out. And... Okay, yeah. Wait, I wanted those bullets. Power pole goes in here as well. Yeah, we need to... So we're making the solution. We are making... That's right. I came back to get some of the bullets so that we could put the other guns on the mining drill patch. That's not the musical vibe I thought we were going to hit with this planet, but sure. Go and... That is definitely not the music vibe I thought we were going to hit. Okay, Dreams Coming to Die, that's on theme, I believe. Yeah, so... We now should have, other than the fact that we don't have power through here, so we've got to get power in here. This can also run through like so. So other than the fact that we do not have... Yeah, I was distracted by the musical theme for the moment, and that is totally on board. Okay, so this line here can actually have stuff on both sides. Oh wait, how are we getting... Are we putting an entirely separate line of this. I think what we can do is we can go, you take stuff, and you take stuff. Move this power pole back. I wanted you to be able to be on both sides, and we are going to need to do something gross to get you on both sides, like the kind of garbage we have done already. If this pipe was in a different place, if we could run this pipe in another direction, but oh well. So the point being now, we have iron, we have stuff building up on the belt, we need to move all these things around. I think we bring it back this way. Can we? Yes. We want to go here. Yes. So now we can have a belt of... Yeah, okay, when we actually build these things, we can be pulling a number of gears. Yeah, we can be pulling in a bunch of coils off. We can have more iron getting through here. Do we have? We don't have these things, but this is going to need to run... Okay, that's not what we wanted. Alt-D, all of this stuff. Turn the bots on just for a little bit, just for a little moduling, I guess. So the issue is currently that we are not pulling... Okay, there might be several issues. We're not having power problems yet, but the problem is that we are not pulling coils off here. So I think we deal with that by... where are we? Where's our... Yeah, here we go. If we are concerned about any of the stuff running through the build, just go full yeet. So that should keep stuff moving. That should also allow us to get bullets through all of these guys. We are just throwing everything away, which I think we are going to not do for a bit. Like we should... yeah, we should actually go something like this, left, left. So now this guy can be a belt of stuff we care about, which could be anything, and then this guy, when we play it, we can yeet. Okay, great. So, we've got... Wait, shouldn't this also be a belt of... Oh, we didn't have this one. That makes sense. Okay, so we've got a belt. We've got maybe a belt... and a half. We've maybe got a full belt of stuff. We've got another full belt of other things we can process out. I think we're going to continue to have this kind of vertical layout because that's how we can get into these things. Okay, we're going to need... Then we need to think about doing... Like, I kind of want to think about a science build, except we are still... Yeah, what is the bot drain, I guess, is also pretty bad here. Okay, I think we need to go and... Yeah, refill these bullets. This stuff is full. There's going to be gun turrets down here that maybe even are taking damage. But we're not. It's fine. Do we have... What do we need? We're still just making stuff. We are still just making stuff. Okay. So how far through this tech are we? We haven't actually done... that much more of the tech in the time that we have been talking about it, which is a little bit of a shame. Biolab's tech is still stable. We're still chewing through all that science. Okay, so these guys, I think we also... We do want more red chips for more prod mods for the other things we're trying to build down here, but we at least should have, other than the fact that this belt is not running... Oh wait, can we... Yeah, so we're going to need some radars, which should be pretty easy to do, yeah? Military science radars, we just need the iron that we... Yeah, because... Oh wait, we've also got iron on the other side of this belt here. Fine, whatever. Yeah, and then get more of this stuff. Cool. Because the radars are going to be... I mean, the scanning of stuff is... Okay, maybe not there. Maybe in a place where we can leave it. Why you should not be running out of... Maybe we take some of this stuff, and we take it back over to... Yeah, all of these efficiency modules are fine. Yeah, these boxes over here are currently the rogue element that we have to manually reload. So let's rebalance those a little. That wasn't very much. Okay, so we've got this other manually defended part, which is fine. All of these guys are fully automated. We need more modules. We don't have all that many efficiency modules. Oh, we are going to need somewhere. We're going to need to find places that we can have a lot of power generation. And the reason why we want... Yeah, that's right. That's the other reason why we wanted a radar. We wanted a radar down here so that we can turn this piece of belt on and off. So from the map, we want all of this to be flowing, but we can also turn this off by just rotating this belt and then rotating it back. And so ways of making sure all these guys get their gun turrets. And then we've got this other belt of... Probably... This is still going to be bullets and coils, isn't it? Do we do anything about... I think maybe we leave a bit of space to do something about... Maybe we just do that now as well. So we can have another belt of stuff when we're getting around to it. Okay. I am tempted... sure, whatever that's going to work. I am tempted to... Like, I'm not sure I want to build... Actually, no, we still do want a mall for more of these things, don't we? Because we're going to want to build more of these, probably, even if the other science pack that we are working towards... Why am I standing on you? I was just standing on belt. Even if the other science pack that we are working towards doesn't need the trash assemblers or... the wind towers, we are still going to want to have them automated. So, can you turn here? Because if you turn there, we can have... Like, there are several ways of doing this. How much are we spitting out? 2? So we have 8. Yeah, that's nearly a red belt. I think what we actually want to do is split this... Split this here. Oh no, wait, we can't move that back up, can we? So we would either... Maybe we just run this the other way then. The idea was, like, how can we get a full belt of stuff getting out? And that is a way we can get a full belt of stuff coming out, and then... actually, here is just straight up a space that we can go... Lots of chip production, because we need... Do we need the chip production? Do we need the chip production for both of these items? This UPS is not super happy. Yes, and also no. Here we just need the gears. And, okay, let's figure out if we had gears into wind turrets, this guy can move by 1. If we're just making wind turrets, how many gears... does this make? It's actually really slow on gears. We could do that with a completely separate thing. We could go gears, gears, gears. Okay, we can't use the bots. We don't have the bot energy for that. We could go gears, gears, gears. These guys keep using 3 plates each. We are not really making that many plates, but whatever, we're going to take it. As in, we are going to, yeah, take the stuff from the machine and not ask whether the machine is happy with this at all. Oh yeah, these turrets complaining means that we need to spin this thing again. Just to vent the rest of the stuff. Yeah, because now we can have this belt running like so. We're also going to need... Actually, I think with insertion capacity bonus, this is probably going to work. Can we get a couple more of these guys, have a couple more fast inserters, have some fast inserters out. A need for additional power poles. maybe power poles are a thing we should be mooring, but then I've got all these poles and I would rather not have to moor them. Okay. Is that... This is not giving us... This is giving us space for 3 assemblers to make the wind turbines, which does not seem very fast, but I also don't know if we need that much. Yeah, all these things are slow. All of these things we can do with one of these and one of these. Like this, it's going to be fine. Fewer questions, thank you. Okay, the other thing we're going to need somewhere is steel. Because... do we want... I think what we want to do here is we want to take only the gears, and now we have a belt of gears and chips. Is that what we needed for these guys? Gears and chips and steel. We did not have that much of a plan, but now we do. Oh wait, we're also going to need somewhere repair packs. I can just, yeah, we're just going to continue to need repair packs. We're going to bash our UPS, strangely. Yeah, can you guys actually have all the coils you want, don't you? Oh, well. Someone over here is complaining about not having bullets. Several guys over here are complaining about not having bullets. Okay, let's, that source is automated, so we can come over here and do this. Are we leaving this whole section, or are we pulling it up and doing something else with it? Who knows? Do we need to switch away from... It looks like we might need to switch away from... actually, it might be that we need to switch away from either purple or yellow. Efficiency Module 3s we kind of don't care about. Oh, Epic Quality also needed... We can discover another planet. This is a thing that uses both space and agricultural science. Let's just check how we are doing on those, like which of the sciences are we short on. Oh, it is actually, it's not actually, it's down to belt capacity. We have yellow, we also have purple. Okay, it's actually just down to belt capacity, which means you guys get to stay like this, and we're just going to do a reduced rate of science. It's fine, don't worry about it. Yeah, we needed steel somewhere, and I am concluding that grid is, yeah, we can worry about that later, we've got a lot of them. I'm concluding that all of this stuff is, and also maybe this stuff, is a thing we can use to get more, like the thing we can use to get steel. So... This is already the... Okay, if this is already the belt of processed stuff, then we should run... Maybe we should just run this one in here like so. I actually think that's pretty strong. And so that's going to be the thing we do. And then this one can run down here and be on the inside of a layout like this again. Except that is not the one we wanted. This one here is the recipe we wanted. Like so. Also, this is running downhill, so we can have a splitter here, which is going to be important. And then I don't think we're doing anything else with the rest of the scrap, so I am talking myself into... And we've even got space on the other side for power poles, just fully blasting this and just going... okay, we still can't actually fully blast that. We can have 3 at a time, and then we can go pole here, everyone is happy. Yeah, grab this much of a thing. And then because this is on the inside, we've now got bullets and coils on both sides of this thing, which means we can now take... Actually, you know what we can take? We can take more gun turrets and also just drop them here. I like that plan a lot, yes. And then we can also have this guy running underneath here. We can have this guy going underneath. We can have the weird bacteria in both directions. And then we can have the other kind of processing that we need that's going to turn things into steel. Yeah, okay, roughly here, because the power pole that was in the way can go there instead. And then we know we can have 3 of these things in a row, because that's how far this stuff spans. These guys are going to need a little more than that, but whatever. Okay, yeah, all of this stuff also still here, and then let's pull this guy back. So we can have one of these dudes. Actually, I think we put more. I think it's time for more gun turrets in that spot, isn't it? I think we can. I think also we swap this around so that we can put a gun turret here. Yeah, okay, so we can have one. The power pole's in the way. We can't quite have. We can't quite have the one. I wanted one more of these things in here, but the power pole doesn't quite fit, which means we are going to be less concerned about where these gun turrets go, and we might still use long-handed inserters. Maybe we should have an inserter mall here as well, because we are using a lot of long-handed inserters, and I believe we should have... maybe we're just picking... We would need to find somewhere that has... Okay, let's not be doing all of that stuff yet. We would need to find somewhere that has a variety of these things in the same place. Which is nearly the case. Yeah, what are we doing with... Oh, these... So this belt of coils is actually free and a good plan, because these guys are grabbing coils from over here, but we don't actually have that many coils. If we could find out how to get more coils on this belt, like through here or something, that could be a good plan. But we've already put these gears in the way in a way that I like. I was trying to figure out if we could have more coils over here. Maybe we don't worry about it. Okay. Build these gun turrets. Give some of them bullets. We also haven't done the rest of these... Oh, we haven't done these power poles. Should you not have... Okay. And then do we just connect... Do we just connect this forever at this point? Can we have some more cannons that yeet stuff? We need steel. Steel was the thing that we were supposed to be working on, because... Yeah, give me these bullets, I guess. Because this belt here was supposed to be the steel, and we're going to run this upwards. Okay, it wasn't supposed to be the steel. It's going to be the steel after we get the things that will turn it into steel. And I don't know what the ratios of these guys need to be. I think we're going to go... Okay, I guess we're going to go... Yeah, other reasons why steel... Yeah, reasons why steel productivity might be pretty big in this mod in particular. Okay, we have lined that up kind of weird, but whatever. So now we have steel on this belt, and we might also have iron on this belt. Let's grab... We're going to want another section of these guys here, it looks like. Do I just run around and build this now? We've got... yeah, we just need to have... Actually, what we need to have... We need to have you having more capability... Actually, we probably should have... Yeah, moved these guys in a different way. And give you all of the stuff. Let you yeet everything you want, but then also have... another yeetus in here somewhere? If this guy is going to move, then... Is this a spot we want more gun turrets? I think it might be. So we can go more gun turrets in here. More gun turrets in here. Not like that. And then the yeetus we just picked up, goes here and disposes of everything else, is going to be the plan. So this all should just be able to flow now in theory. These guys are getting bullets. We need to go and build the rest of the stuff. Were we putting that stuff in boxes? And can we find enough places to put... yeah, this is a space where we can have a couple more of these guys. Okay, but we don't actually have hitboxes to move. Oh wow, these hitboxes are quite uncooperative. Okay, yeah, are there any other spaces? We're gonna need to find some spaces where we can put these guys in. Yeah, then we've got... That's right, we wanted... So where is the steel? The steel is this line. The other belts are this line. We've got this line here that we can be putting wind turbines on, and then here... I don't know how many of these things we want to make, but we are going to need a number of them. These guys are making 1.2 per second, so it's almost 1 to 1. This will give us slightly more power. Oh well, never mind. We also, for some reason, have regular inserters in our inventory, and that is not what we want. We want to be giving these guys upgraded stuff. Is this a spot? Okay, this might be a spot where we grab enough gears, because we have all of these guys sitting around now, to get an underground so we can run this guy underneath to this belt. Power here, power here, power here. I keep hearing that alarm and then checking on the map to see if it was damage on this surface, and it was not, so that's exciting. Okay, we don't want to use too many... Actually, do we not want to use too many? We might have enough resources now, especially if this is all running, and it might be that we might be feeling okay about... Why don't I have steel? I guess we gave it away for stuff. Yeah, we might actually be feeling okay about using Red Underground in tactical places. So these guys need steel. I've got the furnaces. I've got the... Oh, we don't have all of these guys. And then you guys are also... Oh, we didn't give you your inserters. That is a pretty big deal. You should get your inserters. You guys should get your power. Do I just run around and build these things by hand now? Because we... Yeah, we just need to collect the resources and get the things... Oh, what are we doing with this belt? Is this also just more steel? Can you guys tell me how fast you're going to run? No, because we need more iron. More iron is... Is this... These guys only give iron, so it's fine if this belt backs up, because these guys aren't going to be like a mixed sushi thing that's going to be a problem. Okay, because I wanted to figure out if we wanted down here, how fast 0.2 iron per second. Grit is, you know, a thing, but still fine. We actually need a lot more. This is 5 of those electric furnaces to 1 of these assemblers. So that is interesting. Okay, do we have bullets? I don't have a lot of bullets. We might need more bullets. We've got some of this built, we still need the modules, things are moving, we do at least have the trash assembler automation now, which is nice, and I think the thing we want to do, because we have talked about it and would enjoy it, is here's a belt of gears and... Yeah, this is getting less straightforward as I think about it. I guess we're on one side of the belt so we can get over here. But the thing I want... Oh wait, no! I was trying to figure out how to do a direct insert of something into... Oh no, we still do need to do direct insert of something into yeah, if we can go here and here, we can have 2 dudes making assemblers. We did want to have this one running underground so that this guy can get out. And do we actually need 2 on assemblers? I'm pretty sure we do not need assemblers, inserters. 2 of these on inserters. Where are our bullets at the moment? Because we would like to have... we could have bullets over here. I think this snake of terrible sushi, we might just remove the trash... Yeah, the trash shooter. And... like, what did we want? We wanted... both of these guys need all the stuff on both belts, don't we? If we're going to have one of these on long, and yeah, they both need plates and something else on that belt as well as this guy, which I think means we go double out here, bring this belt around like so. This belt is going to go down here or something, and then we can have this belt like this, and we can have, I mean, vastly more inserter production than we need. We do not need these guys running full-time in the way that we have set them up. But also, whatever. And then the other thing that is slightly dodgy on this planet is if we don't... yeah, if we have... this is a temporary thing. Yeah, if we have things in boxes, the boxes can get destroyed. And that is... or can I just kick you guys off? Yeah, the boxes being destroyed makes this situation a little bit worse. I mean, we could also... oh, we've already got some defense over here. Here is a line of bullets that we could also just run straight through here and then do this other gun turret thing over here, and we are protected again. Somewhat. Actually, if this is... if this thing here is the existing line of bullets, then this line of bullets and coils that we talked about getting rid of could just run into that line, and then we could hook other defensive pieces off that. In particular, I'm seeing a line through here, because this guy could go this way, or something. This one is probably going underground. So that we can have a gun turret here, and can do, I mean, we are getting into just like random spaghetti nonsense at this point. But I think we're probably also okay with that. Here and here are 2 other places we can have gun turrets, and then this belt wants to instead take, getting in the way of, I guess we do all of these power things differently, which we are fine doing because this will be a better protected belt, which I think means we want to run this around like so, so that we can have gun turrets in here, doing that kind of business. And now this stuff is also getting into these gun turrets and onto this belt, which is the other belt of other stuff we've got, which has got our defense. Do we have enough gun turrets over here? Kind of. We don't have any gun turrets in this. I think we've maybe got enough cover, but I don't feel good about this area. Oh well. Okay, so the thing we need to do at this point is move this yeeter over. Let's hope this isn't a hostile one that will explode. Good. Okay, so I believe we should have in our inventory 2 yeeters now, and they can just go here. Biolab's research is nearly done, which is very exciting, and we're going to have these guys set up like so for a high volume of yeeting, and we have, yeah, we have a lot of bullets. I think we also... does this mean that we go also, I think, in here then? You actually want it to just be a filter for bullets, so that we can have another box of bullets, because we have some number of bullets up here. We also were just saving everything here. Okay, so why are things not running? Because we are Oh, it's the can we get more coils thing on this that we mentioned, because these guys are all running, which is fine. Oh, but if we're also backed up on ammunition, if we were taking more ammunition off that belt, then we might be in a better position to get more of the copper through. Do we have... Okay, so we don't have... I think we put prod mods in these guys. I think we... Has Biolab Tech just stopped? No, Biolab Tech is real close to finishing. Yeah, this is fine. We are defended here. We need modules in here, which is fine. Biotech is now done. The grid is kind of keeping up. We are... Yeah, there's a couple more of these guys which we... Oh wait, this is going to be chips then, isn't it? Like, the idea of having... actually, let's have more power grid in here because we can. That's pretty good. Yeah, the idea that we have all of this steel backed up is pretty wild, and that means that these guys aren't getting enough chips, which means... could we... It's just getting more coils over here is the current thing we are stuck on, because we're currently only getting the coils through here. Are we still happy? How is... Novice's... Yeah, Novice has a huge surplus of those other kinds of prod mods. I wonder if we have... We don't have coils we can necessarily move over here. Okay, that may not be true. We may also just have all of these coils over here that are currently not really doing anything because you don't have... I've got the Yeeters. Let's not give you all of those solar panels, but we can just, yeah, turn this... Yeet these things into space. How close are we to doing this yeeting technology? We're still only about halfway. Wild. Okay. Oh wait, because this is also not connected. We have a lot of yeeters in here that we can yeet. Sorry, trash sendlers that we can yeet. We've got a lot of other... do I want... I think because of how we've set this up, like, I think we're going to have to revisit the copper cable. Oh no, this was a while ago, wasn't it? This was when these bullets... This was before these guys ran out. Okay, can we also just kick a couple of these things into the process? Because I wanted to give... these chips away. Is there... I think there probably is a way. I think one of the things we do is we realize we have more trashing here than we necessarily need. And then we can do a very similar thing of you go underneath, and then we have a splitter here that goes that far. And then a very similar thing... let's use a copy. Even though we didn't quite get all of those right. Yeah, a copy here so that we can have... Yeah, but this is just down... Actually, at the moment, it's just down to using all the bullets. We have a lot more bullets than we need. We are making some of these guys. Did I pick up copper cable? I did. Oh yeah, I also picked up the... Also picked up these efficiency modules. Okay. This is... I mean, it's still... in the way that it's supposed to be. It is still all trash. We need to be moving... Yeah, we need to be moving these bullets out of the system, don't we? And we would be moving bullets out of the system if... Is this... This is actually just the... This is the red belt upgrade thing we talked about. This is one of the places where this is actually slow, and so we are not getting all the cable out because we actually need to upgrade this. And we're going to get around to it pretty soon as this thing falls out of... Oh, I've got stuff. Can you have the stuff? Can you guys also have the stuff? Yeah, if we upgrade this one... Was that the only underground that you have? Because that might get more of this up to a full red belt. And if this full red belt is flowing, and it might, because now that full red belt is getting this far until it's a yellow belt, and then maybe making its way to the trash sorter. So, actually, only a couple more. Give me these guys. Give me all these gears, and give me 2 more of these. And we have out of ammunition warnings, which is fine because we've got more bullets than we have UPS. And we've taken some hits down here as well, and we might need to automate more of this. But overall, I may have to do some investigations in between as to why exactly what the source of this UPS disturbance is. But we should have all of these guys running now. We are, yeah, closing in on, it looks like we've done like 800 or so of these packs, and we could actually, do we still have these trash sorters? Can we make another trash cannon read copper cable, which is exactly what we have over here. So give me another 2 of these trash, actually we really only need 1 of these at a time, don't we? What is this stuck on? Is this just stuck on insertion now? No, this is... Okay, so this one doesn't really even matter if it's a half yellow belt, because we're still putting it on this thing anyway. I think that means we want to go trash flinger here, and a belt here that goes with priority into the other machine, but will also just fling if we ever get too much of the stuff. So now these undergrounds that we have just built, we should be able to put them through here. We should have more of this running. We've got these inserters doing a thing, which is fine. We've got inserters going in boxes, which is super cool. We have... oh yeah, we've got some... So where are all these things going? This is... This here is also just the science loop, isn't it? If we had these guys, which are just slowly running. So let's get you guys faster. Let's get you guys a little bit faster. Although I don't think we have the steel for that. Oh wait, no. That's not even the problem. The problem is that we don't have these inserters. And also that one of these inserters is not powered. Okay, other than that, so I think what we do here is we don't even run this one around that way. I think we run this one this way to here, and now we have an additional science loop. And we can yeet all these things. That was super incorrect. Wait, all of that is super incorrect. We don't want to be doing that. We want to be... Yeah, that was a whole lot of resources we just threw away, but it's fine because we're somewhat automated. We want this thing. Oh, we've got to get the fluid in here as well. Interesting. Have we lined this up okay? Maybe this one can go here. This is the line where everything is, so if we can make this work, I will be happier. Because we do want to be able to yeet this stuff out. I think that means that we... And I think we are getting down to the last things we're doing this episode. I think we are... doing something like this. And then pipes that we don't have, we're going to need only a couple. But these underground pipes are going to... Oh hey, here's literally the fluid feed that we wanted. With stuff that is not actually gun cover, but never mind, don't worry about it. Maybe we should have not yeeted 40 of these things into the sky. Maybe we should have... why didn't you not? Oh, because we didn't give you this thing. Yeah, maybe we should have remembered that we needed to turn them into science before we yeeted them into the void. Oh, well. Power pole goes... Okay, multiple power poles go here and here. And other than the fact that we don't have the prod mods, and we would like the prod mods, we now have... a lot of the science happening. I think we're just going to throw away all these things because we've got a large number of them and we're waiting on the other stuff. Yeah, this guy with 60, whatever. Okay, and we don't really have a lot of defense in this area. We have somewhere over here we could have more bullets as well. We could do another thing here. I think we are going to be happy leaving this episode here and pretending that we are successfully yeeting a thing. We do have biolabs for as soon as we are done with this planet. But yeah, we've got radar coverage, we've got junk floating around, we've got a couple of boxed fed turrets that are fine, we've got a lack of UPS issues. I want to run around and grab more of these efficiency modules and red chips for prod mods, but we are also mostly just processing this stuff out, which is wild. We are definitely advancing. It is a windy garbage planet.